everyone, my name is with the Intuitive Couple, and today I'm proud to announce our second round of Psychic Mediumship Reading Christmas sales! Woo! So, mind you, last week we had a Psychic Mediumship Reading sale, and that ended, but we're proud to bring it back for our second week for those who missed out. If you don't know what the sale is, it's 60% off all Psychic Mediumship readings until December 19th. It's an amazing deal, amazing value, there are no time limits, and you have to pay when you book because spots are limited. So go ahead, go to our Facebook or Instagram and private message us to book the reading. With that, let's go with the video. Hello everyone, my name is with the Intuitive Couple, and today I'm proud to announce our second round of Psychic Mediumship Reading Christmas sales! Woo! So, mind you, last week we had a Psychic Mediumship Reading sale, and that ended, but we're proud to bring it back for our second week for those who missed out. If you don't know what the sale is, it's 60% off all Psychic Mediumship readings until December 19th. It's an amazing deal, amazing value, there are no time limits, and you have to pay when you book because spots are limited. So go ahead, go to our Facebook or Instagram and private message us to book the reading. With that, let's go with the video.
Hello everyone, hi, it's Roseanne. How are you guys doing? Welcome back. Okay, tonight is a special night. And I know you guys are probably just not happy to just see me, right? You want to see the big guy. And I don't mean Santa either. We're talking about Justin. But
Big.
well, I meant the big guy, you know, the star. The main reason why everybody comes on here. So, take a note. How many people are on right now?
26.
26 people. Hey. So, let's say hi to everybody. Hey, Shay. Hi. All right. Let's see. Oh, Natasha. Lily, hello. All right. Luinda, hi. Chelsea. Oh, Sergio. Aaron, how you feeling, girl? Chantel, how are you guys doing? Let's see, we got Marlena and Barbara Cooper. William Holding, hello. Welcome back. I know Ken. Hello, Ken. Hello. And Jerry Heath. Hi. So listen, if you guys are here for the first time, if I missed your name, I apologize. I'm so sorry. Hi, Maria. Hi, Brandy. Hi. So, no, actually, guess what? I am doing this on here tonight. You know why? Because there are a lot of people who need, you know, we're getting down to the, not great, but not horrible. You mean not great, but not terrible. Chernobyl. All right. Yeah, 17 to 26. Yeah. All right. So listen, as you know, this is the Intuitive Couple page, right? I am one half of the couple. I am Roseanne Cardoza. I am the wife of the tragic medium. This, you know, the debonair, the most handsome man in the world, Justin Cardoza, psychic medium. I am his wife, and actually, I do have a position that is quite important in this couple, if you have not noticed, but you guys don't really get to notice what I do that often. A lot of the women do. The boss lady. Well, we have, we definitely work together. Just like power couples, we work together. That is just a fact. So, a lot of you guys probably know what an intuitive does, but I have a special position that I've always held that I haven't ever been able to connect with any other people who do what I do. And I remember specifically asking other people if they do what I do. And I don't really say this word that often because some numbskull that I once knew, optimal word once knew, I thought I was saying side kick, but it's not. It's psychic. Okay, psychic, like as in psychic medium. I am not a psychic medium. However, I am an intuitive, and that is the PC word for psychic.
Wait, you just said you weren't psychic.
No. Sidekick, Dom. Come on. All right. I am a psychic. So, I actually do a lot of helping and mentoring and guiding people who are psychic. Okay. I don't really like to address the sensitive and the empath stage, even though that is the first two stages of, development stages of where you are possibly at. It's just that those are draining and toxic stages that can be detrimental to one's health. But I remember asking, anybody here ever heard of the term psychic? Not a sidekick.
I didn't say psychic.
All right,
I'm saying
get it
correct. Psychic.
Right. All right, so, I have done that for years. Also, I am a paraphilosopher. So I've written a lot of text and a lot of papers on different things that I help with our Lightworker education group. There's never been really an outlet for me to share that information with people because I've been writing for years and there wasn't many people. I mean, this was before we had, Facebook Lives and stuff like that. When we did Facebook Live for about a year and, we decided to make the transition to YouTube. And that's where all the cool kids are at. Right? Okay. So, if you're new here, please hit the thumbs up button. All right? Because the more we come on, the more we can raise our numbers. And that is important because Justin has a lot of messages to get out to people. He is kicking around some ideas for, doing something for Christmas Eve. He woke up the other morning and he came, he was like, hey, what about doing like a Christmas Eve mass? There's a lot of people on Christmas Eve who are alone and they don't have family. And, or, it's the wee hours of the night or whatever. And maybe they just want company. I used to work in radio years ago and I worked overnights and, and I remember working one Christmas, it was a Christmas Eve actually, I think. And, we would have a lot of people. Hey, Neuro. Hey, welcome back. Hi, Tara. So, and Nancy. Hi, love. So, it's important, like to kind of make that connection, with people and let them know that they're not the only ones out there. And, that's something we're kicking in. So if you like that idea, let's, put throw one up there if you like the idea of Justin doing, I say mass. He's working that out. It wouldn't be, I don't know what it would be yet. But it's definitely something that people would be around midnight, of course. So I love the idea. Wow. Okay. I'm really surprised, but I will definitely, he'll see that. Okay. Well, so as you guys know, all right. So if you guys put up a 1 there, I expect you guys to come on and be on. Now, we do have a Facebook page. Definitely share, you can share this. You can go to our Justin and Roseanne Cardoza Intuitive Consultant Facebook page, and Justin also has a intuitive, not what intuitive, what the hell is it? Instagram page. The Tragic
Links
Medium.
down below.
Yeah, there's links down below. So, definitely go subscribe there, and you get your latest. We try to kind of keep it streamlined. I have to tell you, we do have a Twitter, but I really just I'm not into tweeting, because to me tweeting is all about being really funny and profound, and like there's people out there who do epic tweets, and I'm not a tweeter. I don't tweet because I'm long-winded. So it don't work for me. And I got to be honest with you. Facebook is for the meme people, like people who like memes, and
No. Facebook is for people to post quote unquote memes that aren't really memes. They're like
True.
They're not really funny. It's just like it's like a minion, and then it'll say I like coffee, and it's not funny, but people still share it, and it gets annoying.
Or they just it's the anti-vaxxers or something stupid, fake news. Yeah, and I'm not really into that. Or you've got the really the person who's like so low on themselves that they'll post like 25 posts within a day, I swear to God, of inspirational quotes, and trying to pump themselves up. And it's like so vaguey, and I hate vague book people. It's just like, instead of communicating through a stupid inspirational meme, just say what the hell is going on. What is going on? I'm lonely, I'm sad, I feel gross because I ate a bucket of chicken. Okay, but I just ate the skin only, and I left the meat for somebody else. I mean, I don't know. Like, say something other than sharing, an Ayn Rand stupid quote, or I don't know, something. I want people to say something. Hey, Sammy. So it's like, that's what I'm about. I'm saying something, and you guys know that. So. Well, you know what? Hey, look, Barbara, it's okay. I joke about that, but there are people out there. And listen, by the way, Facebook will help you spell, honey. It will. When it underlines the word and it's like a blue squiggly line, right? That means the word is not spelled right. And if you're, I don't know if you're on a mobile or,
Usually on mobile it does it for you.
It should do it for you on mobile. But that's okay, Barbara. That's okay. That's okay. Listen. We all have our downfalls. But here's the one thing that I don't have, that I hold issue with, is people not speaking up. Not speaking up in this world and finding your voice to me is the worst thing that anybody. It's a detriment to one's soul, to one's joy, and one's development in life, and finding their path. And so, I usually do a sisterhood private group for women to talk about their things. What are we holding at?
We are at 21.
All right, as we start, because people want to hear from Justin.
Justin's coming soon.
Yeah.
Yay!
Yeah,
100 viewers.
No, I mean, Justin is coming soon. So, I'm here to, he's taking care of something, and
we just started.
We just started. So, you got me for now. So let me ring the bells. Ding. Clear the energy. Ding.
What is that above you?
I think it's a cloud. No, it's a bird. It's a plane. All right. So, I'm making fun of other people. Look. All right. So, here's the thing. You guys saw the ad that was before Dominic's really kick-ass ad that he makes. Gilman over here, our producer. If you are interested in getting that private reading with Justin, that sale goes until the 19th. which is Friday, correct?
Friday out again.
All right. So here's the thing. I'm going to be very clear about this. You can take advantage of that price by Friday. It doesn't mean that you have to redeem it right away. Okay? It just means that you bought it for that price and you can redeem it later on or whenever, time is right. Because the most important thing is that everybody has to be in the right frame of mind. Okay? Not to push stuff when we want something so bad. Those prices were offered because there was a demand for it and we knew that it was going to help people. So it's okay if you want to wait. Okay? I mean, it's always best to wait when you are in the right mind. Friday is the 20th. Oh, so what, tomorrow is the 19th? No, today is December 17th. So here's the thing. Yeah. No, I know I say that a lot. Here's the thing. There's things I say all the time that I'm like, I'm never going to say again when I watch myself on replay. Like when we edit stuff. So just that. Okay. You can. That's the point, Lily. That's my whole point, is that you can buy it now. It goes on the books and you can use it at your discretion whenever. That's the kick-ass thing about that sale. And here's the thing. When Dominic was winging it, the very first time he did the ad, the first time around. So I was kind of like, trying to tell him, he was like, on all psychic medium, he was like, no, there's only one psychic medium reading that you can get. The most important thing is that there is no time limit on his readings. So yeah, you can buy it and redeem it whenever you want. It doesn't have to be this weekend. Doesn't have to be before the end of the year. It just means you bought it. It's kind of like, going to a store and buying a gift card. That's what I mean, So that's all. Okay, now the other thing I also want to tell you guys too is that we are doing card readings on here if you guys want card readings tonight. But I'm gonna be doing the card readings. So yeah, I know. I just heard the Price is Right. Wah, wah, wah.
Wait, you heard it? It was on.
No, it was me. I'm doing it in my head. I'm doing the card readings tonight. So if you guys want a card reading, you can do a card reading. But also, if you want to book a private reading with Justin, the private readings, the psychic medium reading, not only do you get a psychic medium reading, but you get a private, you get an angel card reading as well. And with that being said, that's all I'm going to go into as far as prices. Now you know how it goes. So, I've had a lot of people come at me, talk to me, lately that have just kind of been in a funk. And last week was such a weird week. I don't know about you guys. Was it really weird for you guys? I mean, with the moon and stuff. I mean, it was just weird. It was a bad week last week. And I think it's just kind of like, there should be something that says in high chat, Cheryl. I would love to, but unfortunately, no. Maybe you have a near your sale. I know this offer is amazing. Yeah, here's the thing. It's like, if we have more people inquire about it and they can't, because, look, I know that Justin's prices are not cheap. Okay, I get it. His time is, really, really, really limited. So, we try to make, it, for instance, you get what you pay for. So, Yeah. All right. But if we get a demand and people, want to do it, do you get a t-shirt? No. No, we don't get a. We haven't done t-shirts. So.
Maybe once we hit 1,000 subscribers, we'll do t-shirts.
Hey, if we had 1,000 subscribers, I'm gonna give away a Vuitton Louis bag. Oh snap! Making fun again.
Anyway.
So, people lying. All right. So, what is? Well, that's something to chew on, right? Hey, I'm wishing somebody would buy me a Rick Astley t-shirt. So, from his official website, and send that to me. I would love that. Yes, I like Rick Astley. Okay, so sue me. All right. Who does that sound like? So, yeah, last week was really, really bad. It just was not a good week for anyone. It was, just to get some, there was just a lot of uneasiness, and I'm not a moon person. I'm not a moon person, I'm not one of these people. And I do believe the moon does, affect people. It really, really does. Obviously, full moons affect people, definitely werewolves, as a joke, but but no, yeah, it does affect people. And, but, as we get, this holiday season has been really interesting. There's been a real camaraderie in the group of people. And like I said, I usually do a sisterhood where it's in a private group. But there's a lot of people that come on to our YouTube who don't know about the sisterhood chat on Facebook. And I got to tell you, I like the instantaneous, messages, like everybody response timing on here better than I do on Facebook. And quite frankly, it's like, I know it's meant to be a private chat and stuff, but if there's something that you're uncomfortable with, I mean, it's okay, you can just kind of change your name on your thing. Hey, Heather. Actually, Dominic, if you want to throw them a Facebook group to the link to the sisterhood, you can. The reason why I call it Sisterhood of the Traveling Mouth. Why? Because of my mouth. That's why. It's just a play on Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants, But I usually talk about some of the things that are bothering us and things that, I talk a lot about self-introspection and, things that actually have kind of turned into what we teach in light worker education. Where are we at?
27 people watching.
Okay, holding on. Okay, so now last week, we get people in our lives that come into our lives for a reason, a season, a moment in time to get us through to the next. And I have had a lot of growth this year with that. I don't allow people to come into our lives, that often. And ever since that, we've opened up our life on, Facebook, and first with Facebook and then on here. You can't help but, it's just one of those things where, we're not, hey, Savannah, hey, we're not, we are not, like some of the people who do vlogs and stuff that share every aspect of their lives. Although I've been kind of kicking around some thoughts about it, because I've done some videos on here that, it's okay if you doze off. I know I'm boring, Savannah. You don't have to tell me. I've done some things that are like card of the day, because I saw other people doing that. It don't get nowhere. If I put, oh, hey, this card is for Jeffrey Epstein, or tomorrow Donald Trump's, I see what's going to happen with the impeachment. I mean, come on. I get 1,000 viewers like right now. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I'm just doing my daily clean with me. You see that? Now we got millions of viewers. Or no, only thousands.
Yeah, and if I did cleaning videos, which actually, can I tell you, the people who do the cleaning videos and organizing of the group, about the group. I'm finally, hey, Dana, about the group. Yeah, you did send the...
She did.
Okay. Yeah, Dominic linked, Intuitive Bot linked the group up there. You just have to hit the... Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, it's a sisterhood chat. So, people who do all those videos, like organization and all that kind of stuff, it's blah, like, hey, no.
You know what makes good YouTube content is really weird stuff. I saw yesterday that they have credit card machines and they programmed them to play songs. Like, they're printing out receipts.
Now that's a good video, yeah.
Okay, and it was like they were playing Mario Bros. And they were playing the U.S. national anthem. It was the most random thing, but I thought that was cool, That's what makes good YouTube video. That
does make a good YouTube video. Maybe we can do a psychic medium reading in ASMR. We could go, I see dead people. Like that kind of thing. Yeah. I mean, I don't know,
Sucks.
People watch it. I cannot handle the ASMR people with them smacking food and all that kind of stuff. But yes. So, there was a lot of darkness last week. Hello, Sammy. Good to see you. A while back, I was trying to get in touch with you about a spirit animal, but I think you're logged off before. Sammy. Yeah, I mean, the life of the real psychic, Sammy, would be that Giovanni is crying outside the door because he wants to get in here and do a live. That's why.
Life of a Real Psychic, starring Gio crying. You know how much would have to be cut?
And Barbara, I'm sorry you're still in a dark place. What is going on that you are in a dark place? Is it just the holidays, missing a loved one? I know this time is rough, and it can be, and everybody just needs to kind of like throw up prayers for her, to help her get out of the darkness, and it may take time. I'm not tuned in at the moment, I'll have to like tune into. I'm just trying to kind of be light and breezy right now. You're alone. Okay. Well, you know what, Barbara? Here's the thing. You're not alone when you're on here. And I know we're not on every day. I know that. And I think part of me, for not why we don't come on every day is because, hey. Nothing. Ooh, it's a trigger word. Okay, so Barbara, remember you have people around you who love you, who may not be here in this world, but it doesn't mean you are alone. I know in the physical sense you feel alone, but there are so many people that are on here at this very moment that feel alone. And it just sucks, this, look, see, Shay, I didn't want to throw you out there, but I'm glad you picked up on it. Okay, cool. Barbara, look up Shaylia. She is on she's on Facebook, and you guys can talk. Okay? Because look, we're not, I know it just sucks this time of year. And so when I see you guys saying 1111, for midnight, okay, yeah, I see that. There's so many of us don't get out of the house, a lot of us don't, there's some people who don't get out of the house for whatever reason, and they just need that comfort. And I've been in those dark places of being alone. And it's not easy. It's not. And it can happen at any time for any one of us. So, it is something that I think about often this time of year. And when I pray for people, I always do pray for, my most important prayer that I pray is for people who can't pray for themselves. But I always pray for those who are lonely and those who are cold and hungry, who are on the fringe of losing their faith, people who have lost their way and they just don't know how they even got to the place that they're at. And it doesn't matter, those are the prayers that I pray for. Those are the prayers I pray for, Oh, yeah. Yeah, being out, you feel people's energies, yes. And well, thank you, William, for wanting to send her prayers. And same thing with Sergio, I see that. Everybody, Lily is saying, there's lots of people on here who are praying for you, Barbara, that you're not alone. You're not alone. You're not alone. And you know what? As quick as these gloomy holidays come in, they rush right out. And then we get into the really gloomy January, And God, how about those tornadoes yesterday in Louisiana? And hey, remember what I was talking about, Sammy, the other day? About the wicked weather on your side of the world. And yeah, it's doing some weird stuff over here too. Yeah, so join the sisterhood. And yes, men can join it as well if you're wanting camaraderie and advice from a woman who is going to tell you like it is. That's why people don't ask me. Nobody's ever really, there are people on here who've gotten readings from me. Sisterhood is gender fluid. Thank you. I love that. Yes. Natasha. Okay. Yeah. Dominic will do that. He will be in charge of the outcome of sisterhood. And all right. So moving on. So what is it that gets you about people? I know we're sad, but let's change the topic here. Because why should we don't want to wallow in our misery. We want to figure out, we know there's trigger points of things that put us, that makes us sad and stuff. I find that there are a lot of people who are on their path of trying to figure out who they are as a person, but they're not really getting it. They don't really understand it. And there's a lot of things that I talk about, and, whether it's a person that's coming on here who's wanting to, be more open, because they want to, get in touch with a loved one, or it all, trust me, it all runs together. It all runs together, because the more we're open and the more self-introspection that we have of ourselves, the more open-minded you become. And it's a path that people have to walk, in order to get to the next step and phase in their life. And I am feeling like there is just an enormous amount of I mean, it's like my mind it's like a ping pong. So there is an enormous amount of anxiety coming from you guys. A lot. It's like you guys are chomping at the bit for something. You're wanting to hear from your loved ones. And you're wanting to hear the answers that you want. Can I get an amen to that? Because I can feel it.
Amen.
Amen? Oh, okay. Not an amen. I know. Well, yeah, I feel it. It's like you guys are... I feel it. It's like it's oozing. It's oozing off of you guys. It's a level of, I mean, anxiety so much that it's like I can't. No. What I said, neuro, was that I'm trying to focus. You know, I was about to speak about something, but I literally, I can't focus on what I was about to speak about because my mind is like going back. Okay, you understand what I'm saying. Yeah, it's just like it's like a ping pong. Shay, William Holding, you've been in my mind and prayers ever since I last spoke to you. I see things moving up for you. You are your own brake, and when you release your brake, you will glide forward. Shay is, yeah, William, definitely listen to Shay. She knows what she's saying. Ayo is right. Okay. All right. So, I guess we get on with the show, huh? Okay, look. So, here's the thing. If you guys want a card reading, you know the PayPal thing. I don't know how long Justin's going to be. I haven't heard from him. So, he was getting the child or other child to bed. And, well, bath and bed. Getting him ready. It's his night. Ha 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 ha. Impatience. Impatience is a plague for folks. Impatience is a plague for us who have momentum in our lives. Momentum and drive, folks. Besides, fear and patience can deplete our desires and drive. Because every decision we make is about timing. It may not even be something we can control. So do you follow me? Impatience, about impatience. Impatience is a plague. Impatience is a plague for us who have momentum and drive. So besides fear, impatience can deplete our desire and drive because every decision we make is about timing. It may not even be about something we can control, but timing is the moment when all things come together to create a serendipitous opportunity. But it only comes when we least expect it. It isn't forced. And yes, we chase opportunities often and a lot. Here's the thing. I don't do 3 card readings. Or I don't do 1 card read. That's Justin's thing. That's Justin's thing. I don't do that. I do I do full card readings. That's what I do. I do a path. It's a path. And I'm sorry, Neuro, because it's just not what I do. But if you hear what I was just reading, listen to what I'm saying about impatience. Because here's the thing about impatience. We all are impatient, right? And yes, we chase opportunities, but by being impatient and not being able to read the intuitive signs, that is good or bad, it can be potentially crushing. So, do you see what I'm saying? Neuro, are you listening to me? Does that make sense to you? Because I flipped my page, right? And that came up. And that was something I jotted down. I don't even know when. It's been a while. It's not even something that's fully developed yet. It's just a blurb. You don't understand. There's a blurb about me in there. A blurb? Finish it.
I'm not finishing it.
So, look. You want to know what your spirit guides are telling you. Ask them. Ask them. But I need you to, you do a prayer protection. If you do a prayer protection, which everybody should be doing a prayer protection. If you are anybody, okay, I don't do tarot cards. I only do angel card readings. I'm not diplomatic like Justin, so forgive me. Yes, I'm meant to be effective, but sometimes I have very strong opinions about certain things, okay? So, but it's because, this is how I work. So, we have sensitive, we have an empath, we have the psychic stage, and we have the psychic medium stage. So the people who are sensitive is people who are empathic, okay? And I hate it when people come on here. I'm like, I'm an empath. Oh, I'm sensitive. Well, good for you. Lottie freaking da. Here's the thing. Who wants to be stuck in those two stages? No one. And everybody is an empath in some way. Because why? We are all able to be empathetic. If you are not an empathetic person, guess what? You're a psychopath. Okay? So, all right. But going on to the next stage, like you're wanting those answers, Neuro. And now, okay, so now the anxiety is clearing off of me. So the impatience, I flipped the switch. I turned my page and I just started reading it. I just started reading it out of the blue. And then you asked that question. You want to know what your spirit guides are telling you. So if anybody here has abilities, if you have abilities whatsoever, whatever you do, okay, please. And if you're just one person, if you're that person who learned how to read tarot cards in 1 week off of YouTube and Google, don't, okay? But because there are true fundamentals. These are the truths about what you need to be doing. And that is, 1, you always do a prayer of protection. That is a fundamental truth. Okay? Now, Totally, Heather. Totally. Yes. So, I took it off. It flew off before. I mean, it was like coming off. Yeah. And no. I saw somebody popped up on my Facebook the other day. It was like, I just learned how to read tarot cards on YouTube, and I'm a little confused by the Three of Cups and you know, the red solo cups that popped up, and I don't know what it means. And it's like, it means stop reading them. Stop reading them. So look, the whole thing is, okay, so a prayer of protection can go many different ways, but you know, Justin actually teaches that. And you can make up your own prayer of protection, but there are certain words that have to be invoked. You can't just say, you know, and I'm not going to go into that because that's a whole nother something. That can be something that you ask Justin to teach you, or he can actually put up a video about it. But we do teach that at lightworkereducation.org. We do teach that. But prayer protection is vitally important. But in addition to the prayer protection, because Justin's prayer protection is very involved, and it's very in depth, and some of our students that are on here will tell you. And you don't have to say it the way he says it. He has certain things he says in his, like every medium or psychic medium, they all have certain things they say. And so it's, you know, but it has to ring true to your heart, but it also has to come from a place of complete faith. If you do not have faith in the prayer of protection, then the prayer of protection is null and void. It does not work. Okay? So that is in addition to having a wall up. Okay? Many times we've had a couple of people who are like, will say to us, a couple of students in our class, they'll say, oh my God, I don't understand. Like, okay, so you guys remember the reading that Justin did with the kid who was he wasn't even looking for his family. He died in a shooting, and again, tragic medium. He died from a shooting, and it was what was it? Wrong place, wrong time. That was it. But the kid was really young. Okay. He presented himself in his early 20s, and it was somebody on here, and I forget who it was, but her son knew this kid. Okay. And her son wasn't on the live, but her son was sitting next to him. So after getting the kid, the kid who was coming through, the boy, he came on, and he was just such a beautiful, Heather remembers that, okay. He was very jovial and very, just wonderful, okay. And this is how it works. They come through, they give their validations, bada bing, bada boom, and then you've got to validate it, and Justin's trying to find who is it going to, okay. So once finally the kid, was like, and the mother is sitting next to the kid, and he's like, that sounds like so-and-so. Okay. So, but her son was a little freaked out. Okay. I mean, he was literally kind of freaked out. So now Justin is having to juggle 3 energies. The kid who is passed, the mother who is talking to the son. Okay, who is not on the live. So he's having to juggle all 3 energies and feel all 3 energies, which he can. So once he gets that click, which he calls like a seatbelt click, that's how he knows when everything is going to click. So now the kid who was coming through, who was shot and killed, it was an accidental shooting. Again, wrong place, wrong time. He said things, like he always wore gang colors, and he tried to be somebody that he wasn't. But and so this is how it goes. Validation, 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 lightheartedness, jokey, jokey, boom, something serious. Then right when you're on that verge of like about to like, you're crying and you're like, oh my God, then it's jokey, 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 lightheartedness, message, 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 the lighthearted, jokey message, like it comes back to a lighthearted message. Do you see what I'm saying? And then boom, serious message again, So it's kind of like an ebbs and flows thing in order to help you. Yes, the 7-Eleven place. I think yep, he said 7-Eleven, right. So now it's not the kid who had passed away that Justin was so much waiting for, is more of this woman's son, who was skeeved out at first, like, holy shit, like, this is, my friend, and he had to kind of relax. But the more that the kid who came through was, again, it's the other side's way of relaxing you to kind of ease into the situation. And then all of a sudden, he comes out and says, he shows Justin an image. And Justin sits there. And if you ever see Justin when he does medium readings, he'll sit there and a lot of times his head goes down. And when his head goes down, it's because he's getting information. And it's not because he's fallen asleep like some people say. It's not that. It's just he's giving, he's getting that information. And and the kid at that point felt comfortable enough to show Justin his last moments on this earth. And it was the advantage of him, the point, his point of view of advantage of him, like after he had been shot and laying on the ground and seeing the car drive by, because one thing he said was there was a Cadillac. There was a connection to a Cadillac. And, so the point of this whole freaking story that I'm telling you is that when I say walls up is because when Justin said, okay, now this had been going on for like 30 minutes, if not more. Okay. He says that and Justin goes, oh, okay. Oh, you're showing, okay. All right, and so Justin goes on, and, that made sense to the kid, but the message, so that was that, but then he goes into saying, and this is what got Justin, was, and he was a young kid, and he was like, I just want to tell, this woman who was on our live, her son, thank you for never giving up on me. You were the only one who said, hey man, you're a good kid. Why are you hanging out with them? Listen, I like you. You could do better than this. That's not who you are, man. Like, he wanted the kid to know that even though this kid who passed away, was hanging out with the wrong crowd, that he still cared for him, and that, he was like, unconsciously, he was working on an intuitive level, the kid was, by telling him, listen, you're better than this, something that his own family didn't even do. And that really got Justin, because it was so important for this kid to come through and wait for this woman's son to be cool enough to receive that message, because he emphasized that not even his own family cared enough for him that he wanted to get in touch with them. That at his funeral, they said, oh, well, we knew this was going to happen, and he made mention of that. But why I tell you walls up in addition to prayer protection is that it's those kinds of things. Like one of our students said, oh my God. Like, I mean, she freaked out over this. And then she lost her shit on it. Like, I mean, to the point to where she couldn't even handle it. Like, all week. You know, all weekend she was like MIA. And she was just like, I don't understand. He was just such a good kid. You know, he was so jokey and flirty. Now, wrong. He was never flirting. So I don't know what you were reading. But, again, sensitive empath. We still got to develop that discernment and reading energy. But what freaked her out was the fact that the kid is having all this moment of, hi Susan, of being lighthearted and funny, not really realizing nobody, you guys don't see the behind the scenes work, but not realizing that Justin's waiting for his friend who is off camera next to his mother, who's not even on the live. His mother is doing the talking for him because they can see everything. So he knew when he could bring in that message and say it. That the kid's guard was down enough and you know, he was open to it now. But so walls up because it affected her so much. It affected her so much that she could not believe the fact that, why wouldn't this kid lead with that? Like, oh my God, he's showing you the last moments on earth, that the people who shot him. And that doesn't matter. That didn't matter to him. Does it really matter to us who are living? Yeah, we say, well, why wouldn't you lead with that? Doesn't matter to them on the other side. I guess maybe if you're Patrick Swayze and Ghost, but, you know, that's a whole, you know, that's Hollywood for you. But again, I can tell you, sitting through thousands and thousands of psychic medium readings that Justin has done over the years, that doesn't matter. And there have been people who've been murdered, and I mean, in the most horrific ways, and it doesn't matter. Hi, Gina. Welcome. If you're new here on our page, I'm Justin Cardoza, and I am an intuitive. I am holding down the fort for my husband, Justin, who is a psychic medium. Yes, I am one part of the couple. But definitely hit the subscribe button and the bell so when you know when we go live, which we will go live again on Saturday night. SATURDAY night. So, point is that she took it so hard. So you can't just have a prayer of protection. You got to have a wall up, an emotional wall up, because so she's like, but aren't you guys so drained from all of that? No, we're not. Yes, do some readings bother us more? Absolutely. And just because I and Justin doesn't cry. Yes, he has. He has helped in investigations. And if there is an investigation that somebody wants him to look into, he can. Those have to be deferred to me. And then I discern whether or not they would be something that he should do. I get pulled towards certain cases for him. Gina, what I'm doing tonight, if you are wanting a card reading, Dominic is I only do full card readings, and that is $25 for a full card reading, a full card spread. So, trying to see here. Oh, okay. Lily booked a reading. Hey, Lily, thank you, love. Yeah, see, you can redeem that at any time. That's why I take advantage of that 60% off Justin's private reading price, guys, because it ends on the 19th. His readings are no time limit, guys. So you get an angel card reading and a private psychic medium reading. So definitely take advantage of it. It's $80, but the sale ends on the 19th, and you can redeem it at any time. Okay, it doesn't have to be this week. You just got to buy it by the 19th is what I'm saying. So, yeah, definitely you want to take advantage of that. Totally. So, yeah, Lily, awesome. That's awesome. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So, if anybody is wanting a card reading, yes, Dominic put the PayPal thing up there, and you can do a full card spread if you are wanting a full card reading. I don't know how many viewers we have. But definitely hit the thumbs up too, guys. What are we holding at?
We are holding it at 23.
Early. Okay, cool. All right. Hey, Aaron was faster than Dom. So, yeah. So, walls up. So, prayer protection and emotional wall up, because it will affect you in the beginning. It does affect you. So, I know I take the long way around, about things, but Neuro, if you're still on, which he probably left because he's like, I don't know what the hell you're talking about, but you talk too much. But I want to say that yes, walls up emotionally, because you do this over time, and oh, you're here, okay. You do this over time, and I equate it to, like, if everybody cried at, like if a surgeon, he has a job to do. Doctors have jobs to do. And, so that's what meditation, and that's what a lot of meditation is involved in what, we do. And you guys know that if you are, in the community, that there is a lot of meditation involved. You also know that there's a lot of introspection involved in what you do, because in order to be an effective reader, you must be able to communicate with people. And therefore, if you cannot understand the situations in your life, how can you convey to another person their situation if you haven't gone to? So, Marlena, if you're interested in learning more, Dominic will post lightworkereducation.org. It is it's a very, very small group. How it works, it is a monthly fee, but the one really, really awesome thing is that it's a very, very exclusive and private group, so much that our light workers have private chat, and they have access to Justin 24/7. More than you guys can imagine. So anytime, and he does a full reading with you guys in the beginning to even see where you're at and what you are, and Marlena, I don't know if you have abilities or not, but if you are interested in that, and maybe it could just be something like kind of just starting. It's just it can be a spark. But he's teaching you things and telling you things that are never going to be discussed on here. I can tell you that, because they are it's sensitive information that can be twisted. So yes, Shay says most surgeons I have worked with pray prior to their surgeries for their hands to move swiftly and surely, and prayers for their patients also. I've done that. I prayed for them too. But everybody has specialties, mediums and psychics. They have specialties, of who they focus on, a certain demographic, a certain group of people. Justin just happens to, can you turn that fan on, babe? Yeah. He just happens to have a lot of tragic cases. That's okay. Yeah, there's Justin right there. He just posted, guys. See, he's watching you. You better watch out. You better not cry. Yep, see, he's watching you. He's just getting Geo down. So Neuro, he's always watching. Yep. And you can ask Sammy and Shay, I think Savannah left. She was tired. Our students we keep, there's some people on here who don't want to be, look, it is just never be satisfied with being a sensitive or an empath. Bingo. That's it. So Dana, student, she's a very interesting student. All our students are really interesting. They all have a specialty. They all have really, really different abilities that are so... Justin, Neuro is talking to you. Or Neuro, Justin is talking to you. They all have abilities that are very specialized in their own ways. And that is what Justin tries to help you find. So when I was talking about impatience, that's what I felt. And your spirit guides, if you want to talk to them, you definitely have to have that. You need to ask them. But blocking out that noise, that static, that's the hard part. See, I love it because Justin's like, I feel left out. I feel left out. And I'm not demeaning anybody who is an empath or a sensitive, because look, to me, a sensitive, well, I can tell you what the definition is. The definition of a sensitive is a person who is affected by energy with no understanding of who or why. Okay? He's the only person that's allowed to talk on my live and give readings. And that's all, folks. It's all been said. And an empath is a person who actually, is a person who's in their first stage of psychic ability. They're aware and awake of their surroundings on an energy level. However, they, even though they're affected by energy, they really cannot identify who or what, is affecting them. So my question to you is, if you are in those two stages and, they're not stages that you want to embrace. Those are stages that you want to explore and see if you can get past or control them better. That is the most important thing, is being able to control your abilities. How do you control your abilities, right? Everybody wants to know that. Oh, you'd like us to? Okay, well, thank you. Okay. I feel empty. Hey, there's another student, Denise Kennedy. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So yeah, controlling your abilities is a whole other thing. And look, you notice Neuro, he says, you're being called to be open to love once again. You're allowing the fear of being hurt prevent your forward progress. Now, this is something that we all do time and time again. It doesn't make you immune. You can learn so much, and you can make 5 steps, 10 steps, like leaps and bounds. But there'll be a moment where we hit a wall and we are confused, and all of a sudden we're kind of spiraling and we're going down this darkness and we don't know, what's going on. And we need clarity. And that's why it's important for you to lean on other, other people in the community who are working of the light. Because you can't do this alone. Notice how the darkness always works in a pack, right? There's always a network of child traffickers, right? There's always a network of pedophilia. There's cartels. All these people all work together, right? Okay, so that's the same thing with the light. We have to work together because it's the only way that we're going to be effective. It's the only way that we're going to make strides in counteracting the darkness. The darkness thing affected me recently was also in a pack. Bingo. Bingo. Because it always works in a pack. Always. So what do we got to do? We got to stick together and we got to work together. You know, it's very hard. You know, everybody wants a quick fix. So you understand why we charge what we charge, and you know, the $25 card readings. It's not because we're trying to bilk people or, oh, they just want money. You know, that's what people always say, right? No, it's not that. It's because we say things that people want to hear. We're saying things that people need to hear, not what they want to hear. It's important. It's important. You know I don't want to be bullshitted. I'm not a bullshitter. Either is Justin. Like, that's like the one thing we are not at all. But in order to work and move mankind forward, we have to, one, work together, and two, we have to start telling the truth. And the truth is not easy, like Heather said, to hear. And this isn't for entertainment purposes. Susan's saying the link isn't working for her, Dominic.
Oh, it isn't?
She did iTip or whatever the... I always do iTip, but I always forget. It's exclamation point. I don't know.
Looks like it's working for me. Let me just put it back in there again.
He's fixing it. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to crack my hands. I'm pretty... Oh, homework with the little one. Ew. Yikes. Doesn't work on mobile.
They must have changed it out.
Ooh, Dom's not up on the updates. So yeah, you know,
well,
so look, you know, here's the thing. If you guys, you don't have to be a light worker student to work in the light. You know what I'm saying? If you've got your own thing going, you know, what do you need?
Nothing. You
need to friend Justin on Facebook, you know, and join up. There has to be an army of people who all are collectively doing the same thing, where we can all lean on each other. And she's on her phone.
Well, and the one in the description does that.
Okay.
One description.
Oh, the one in the description does. Susan. See if it... but you know, so oh yeah, hit the X and then the description. Yeah, you need to value the message by paying your value. You value what is to come from the messages. When it's free, you don't value much, right? So on Facebook, you get the people who hop from hop to hop, you know, like, because they get one card and that's all they care about is one card. It isn't about that. And I know I talk about that a lot, but it's like, it's got to end. You know what I'm saying? So how do we decipher? How do we decipher all that? Well, you know, you just don't fancy it, you know? Well, you know, William, that's like the beginning stages. You're starting to see things, you know, like, when people start becoming aware, you know, and I don't know, I know your brother passed, and again, I'm so sorry for your recent loss. But it always starts with, you know, the shadows and thinking you see somebody walking by or something out of the corner of your eye. And it usually starts that way. And the more you come around people like this, the more that you hear messages. And I know you've only been on a couple of times, but you haven't really got to hear, you know, the real, like, deep readings that Justin does with people on here. Sometimes it can really get going. So when it does, can you go get me a drink, please?
Yeah.
Thank you. So when it gets done, yeah, and what you do is it's starting to open up for you. You start to become open. You start to become more open, and it just kind of like starts to flow. It's why like people who for instance, I think it's always ironic how people hey, Justin, did you give Gio his medicine? Are you not getting the thingy?
Hey, does he need leg medicine?
That's what I just asked you.
How much?
Which one are you talking about? Capra?
No, leg.
Seizure. Oh, yeah, leg. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And he needs Capra too, right?
Yeah. Oh, my God. You're just getting to the Capra. Sorry. Our son has cerebral palsy. I'm trying to see if you're able to get it. Just lost. I don't know why it's not working. Let me see. Let me go to YouTube. I'm trying to see if I can do it. What is that? So yeah, you will see people definitely more and more. You're gonna start opening up more and more. And you want to become more open and educate yourself more. And like I said, grieve. There has to be a grieving process. I promise you that when the day comes, when you're ready, and you're going to think you're ready. I know, we do. Okay, Susan, throw me a, I'll give, can you Facebook message me real quick, and I'll send you the link, because Dominic stepped away, and I don't know why it's not working. It's weird. He must have, I think he took an extension off earlier, right before. Oh, well, see there, it took me to Streamlabs. No, Dom is downstairs looking at, he went to go get me something to drink. Hold on, guys. So, thank you. She still couldn't get it. I got it to work, but she said she couldn't get it. She goes, I get the link to work too.
The link should work.
Yeah, it's not working. I'm just telling you, it's not working for some reason. And also too, mods are saying something to you.
Okay, well, should be in the description.
The link is not working. for her. For Susan.
The
Does
link
it work on phone? Well, it worked on my phone. That's the thing.
If you have the YouTube application, it will work. This is crucial. I know some people think they can just do it from the YouTube website.
On your phone. You have to have the
app.
YouTube
and if
app.
you do have the app, you gotta make sure it's updated.
Well, look at you. There's Susan. Okay, I knew Susan was... Okay, Susan, I got your message. So, hold on. Let me send you the link. Yeah, so Dominic is telling everybody. We are in Oklahoma.
It must be an Android phone.
It must be an Android thing because it works on the iPhone.
iPhone 1, Android 0.
So, Justin, are you still listening? Everybody put a 1. There was a lot of people who voted for your midnight mass. False, he says. Okay. I'm sorry, I'm like... Boop, boop. Ugh. Whoa. Maybe it's... Oh, we're in BA.
What was whoa?
You're on the PayPal, YouTube app? Yeah, she's on the YouTube app.
Does she have Android or iPhone?
You heard him. Yeah, see, it brought up an open with option for me too, like Google or Safari. Bingo, that's what it did. She has a new phone. Susan has a new phone.
Okay, yeah, it should open with Safari. If you have Safari on your phone, which is, if you have an iPhone, it'll say open with Google or Safari. Now, as for Android, I'm not entirely sure what it's going to do. Based off of data. I don't know what kind of phone you have, Susan. Like, I don't know if you know what the brand is.
I'm sure she knows what the brand is. She's a smart cookie.
Well, yeah, I know. I'm just... Okay.
Try this one, Susan. See if it works. Holy smokes. Okay, so, Justin, you got a resounding... I told people about your idea for Christmas Eve. And there were a whole bunch of people that put a 1 in there. That said 1. If you guys want to show some love to Justin, if you're interested in joining us, he was thinking about kicking around an idea for like a midnight mass or so for Christmas Eve. Yeah, that's what he was thinking about. There was a lot of people. So... So, yeah. So, did William... What part of Oklahoma are you in Oklahoma, William? Denise, good night. Denise. You know I love you. Good night, love. Yeah, I know. He just said mass, but it could be a mass of people. Doesn't necessarily mean like, he's going to have a pope. You're from Oklahoma, but you're in Texas. What part of Texas? Minutes? Oh, Denton. Okay. Yeah, all right. I know where that is. So, you and I are the same. No, I'm 45 from Oklahoma. 45 minutes from Oklahoma. Now 45 years old, right? Sorry. Heather's from Oklahoma and in El Paso, down in the west. Sorry. Everything around me is with music, so I can't help but think of... Oh, Susan. Cool, Susan. All right, thank you. Susan, woohoo. She took part in we got another holiday spirit holiday. Yes, and you can book that any time. Remember, those are redeemable at any time. So just like Susan, just let us know whenever you want to do it, You can't beat that with the stick, folks. I mean, I'm telling you. 60% off. It's a no timed reading. An untimed or not, Yeah, that's a big deal. No. Thank you. I am surrounded. Another minister, okay. He needs to. You figured it was about time. Well, listen, I thought that the holiday sale was a really great idea, personally. It kind of just came to me out of the blue, and we did it that first week, and we had a really great response, and I thought, well, heck, for real, it would be really, why not? I mean, you get really good deals when it's like Cyber Week or, Black Friday and stuff. And we don't put the time limits, and when you get this, the private psychic mediumship reading, you get both. You get the angel card reading and, the psychic medium reading too. It's a thorough affair. So instead of paying $200, you're getting it for $80. That's a big one. That is a big price. So when there were people who were asking, hey, I missed it, I'm sorry, I was like, in the spirit of Christmas, I figured, why not, we'll extend it another week. And I gotta tell you, because it's like, most of the time at Christmas, it's just a totally different vibe this time than last year at Christmas. So, we'll see how it goes. If we get one more booking, I might extend it till maybe after.
Ooh.
Or I might run it again in January. I don't know. It just depends.
Or we won't ever run it again. That way it gets people really chomping at the bit, so we can run it again.
Right. You got to be like, it is totally different. See, Natasha knows. Natasha, are you trying to kill me? No, Justin, they didn't realize that they could redeem them later on. It didn't have to be right away. They can buy it and then, redeem it a month or two later. You know what I'm saying? It's amazing. It's an amazing deal, And I just, I felt like Christmas was a really good time to be giving, He's like, oh, yeah. Well, it's something we failed to mention in the ad, And sometimes you can't tell Fellini, when he's directing,
What did I do?
Nothing. Now, Aaron, come on. Seriously? Now, you get readings.
No.
We will have readings specials again, Aaron. Maybe we'll have a birthday club. We should do it, like a special birthday club, like kind of like a Baskin Robbins thing.
Oh, yeah, you get one free card reading on your birthday. We're not doing that, but we're just saying.
No, we're just throwing out fun ideas. For a spirit reading on a card reading goofball. Yeah. Wouldn't that be awesome? We did. Don't worry or fear when I'm not waiting. Susan, just message when you want it. Just message us. You know. Okay. You wanted to see if that worked, didn't you?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Haha. So Rachel Cryer says she had to go. Another minister. Okay. Is her vibe like condescending or what?
It's a condescending Wonka. She's the one.
A condescending Wonka. Have you ever seen? She's not. I don't think she's interested. I mean, like, what's that mean, Rachel? She's like, putting that one together one day at a time. ... Past life stuff. Got to go now. Vague booking is like, I can't deal with that.
Except it's vague tubing.
It is vague tubing. Yeah, people do run from Christ, as they should. Uh-oh, your granny's been there all day? And I was making biscuits and turnovers, and she was eating them and drinking tea. Did you ask her what her name is? When you have a spirit in your house, ask them who they are. Okay, well, that would be awesome, Aaron. Dana. I want some apple turnovers too. I need somebody to make me some dough that is that's keto friendly and gluten free and sugar free. Yeah, he actually gave the last rites to my brother. Okay, so people run from Christ, just putting it out there. How can you run from Christ? Bloody stupid run to him, I say. Hey, Natasha, so she said something about that before, you guys, Natasha. She says that I don't think she likes me. And it doesn't take a psychic to know that. Well, she's saying biscuits in the European sense. So, like, it would be a cookie to us, William. Because she's Irish. But whatevs. Oh, look at you. So trendy with your net talk.
Net talk? How's the net?
Some a-hole.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna go on Yahoo.
Be sure to join us this Saturday for our traditional annual Christmas party. There'll be lots of people here in spirit. You won't be able to see them, but they'll be hooting and hollering and drinking up all that punch.
We have only 22 viewers.
Well, that's better than normal for me. I'm kidding. So, Natasha, you've moved? Have you moved yet? We haven't had a chance to discuss this. I know you've seen them, Rob. Yeah. I'm just playing. Yay, you're moving on Friday. Boy, you're cutting it close to the holiday. Now, you're moving. Are you moving to where all the fires are right now in... I'm trying to keep up with both sides of the I have never had eggnog. Oh no, Natasha, when you said, what do you mean I truly love you? I know you love me. And I love you. You know I love you. Come on. Well, there's fires around, all around, some on the way, but no. Okay, good. Well, be safe. Really be safe. I mean, Sammy showed me a map of all where the fires are. I mean, it's insane in Australia right now. It's literally crazy. Crazy about the fires. No Southern Comfort. Nope, 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 nope. We have like, oh my God, 4 liters in 5 days of eggnog. Oh, Sammy, we gotta do our American Australian food exchange program. Remember? No, William, I'm down with trying some moonshine. I have actually never tried moonshine, so I would love to try some moonshine. I do have homemade limoncello that I've made. I am Italian, so it is very, very, very lemony, and you'll go blind. I would really like to try some moonshine. If it's like the Ron Swanson kind, like, you know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Wow, apple brandy moonshine today. Iraq is some awesome potent stuff. What the hell is Iraq? Why, I know that. It sounds familiar, but oh, listen. I mean, when I send you guys the stuff, it ain't gonna be, I'm gonna try it. You ain't gonna find keto friendly stuff over there. Getting away from what am I getting away from what I was saying? I don't even know what the hell I'm saying at this point. We're talking about moonshine, we're talking about eggnog. I'm telling, there was fires in Australia. I'm concerned about Natasha, and
well, the moonshine's gonna make it worse. I mean, you can't throw alcohol in there; it's gonna make it worse.
They don't drink moonshine in Australia. They're probably thinking it's actual moonshine.
That's a moonbeam.
That is a moonbeam. We are all over the place tonight. Oh, okay, yeah, all right. There you go. She knows. All right. Well,
I'm gonna eat this. Look for like an apple.
anybody want to ask a question that is on the subject other than alcohol? So we will do a service on Christmas Eve. Justin will we'll throw up a whatchamacallit, set up a special time, an invite to that. So definitely hit your button. Any ideas other than me just talking? I'm watching you, Natasha, right? That is truth right there. That is truth. Do you guys not believe in guardian angels? I am confused. Okay. So, no, you're a serious question. And, so guardian angels, like spirit guides, yes, of course, we believe in guardian angels. But as far as people who say they're, like, there was a person who was, I'm trying to word this so it doesn't sound mean or degrading. Well, I don't care. She was a shrill. Okay. So this woman who said she was fantastic at reading energy, she, she had an archangel that came in. Thank you. I'm getting to it, but she could not pick up on who the angel was. And, guardian angels are just exactly that. They're guardian angels. They're humans that are not angels. Okay, you don't die and come back as an angel. It's really important that you know that. Okay, but guardian angels are God's angels. They're here. They're meant to do God's work. So they have a specific purpose to do for the kingdom, and that's the king. So what you're feeling is, there are people who say they have guardian angels who, save their lives and stuff like that. And I do believe that. I mean, I do believe there are angels that but they don't show themselves to you. Not in a lot of cases. But we cannot mix up guardian angels with archangels, So, hi, Amethyst, welcome. So, I know that there are a lot of people. You'll know when an archangel comes in, they are celestial beings. And they are for one purpose and one purpose only. And they're not going to come and give some random person a divine, like, amazing message to share with the masses. That is, it's just, I'm very weird about talking about it because it seems to be a topic that's coming up a lot lately. And it's like every time I get on this subject, I start to get very indignant about it. So I don't want to be mean. Justin is saying everything, but when I saw this other psychic, oh, here he comes. Look at that. Do archangels just sit with psychics when the psychic is doing a live? Apparently so, Aaron. I mean, look. I do believe that archangels can, well, I know for a fact that they make themselves known to certain people. But I don't. I think a lot of times children encounter archangels. That I know to be truth. Guardian angels, angels, yeah, they don't appear. There are lots of people who are angels, that come in. What? See, when I start talking about this, I start to get the hair on my neck starts to because you know how I feel about this topic. Would you like to step in and clarify this for me? Because
What's to clarify?
You clarify.
What's the question?
It's really, just explain it. Because I don't like to talk about the subject at all. And why is it's always coming up? Because there are so many people who...
Well...
I mean, what does an archangel...
No. Here's the thing. You see, there's a lot of... Here's the thing. I'm just making a quick appearance, and then I gotta run.
You're not supposed to talk to people about that.
Huh? My bad. I'm sorry. I'm not run. I'm still on.
Here, just come sit down for a sec, please.
All right. I'll listen for G. Now I'm in the co-pilot seat. Oh my God! Look at my hair. Sorry, guys.
scoot over so they can see you.
I didn't anticipate being on camera. I don't have my makeup on.
You're not supposed to tell them that.
I'm kidding, obviously. Jeez, man.
All right, go ahead.
What was the question?
She said, "Do we not believe in guardian angels?" Can you clarify?
Yeah, I saw that. No,
Right.
of course I do.
Right.
Look, there's different levels of angels, right? There's guardian angels. There's archangels. Angels essentially are basically, they have one purpose. They are given a purpose to do the will of God. Period. Whatever your idea of what God is. So, for example, Archangel Gabriel, let's use that as an example. He is the mouthpiece for God, right? Archangel Michael is the warrior for God, right? And so on and so forth. Now, each individual has a guardian angel. Each individual also has a spirit guide. There's a very big difference. A spirit guide is not a guardian angel. Spirit guide's another human being that has lived many lifetimes that's there to help guide you.
Mm-hmm.
Give
Not
you
everybody
gentle
has
nudges.
Right, but they're not the Clarence. Like
No.
no.
That's fiction.
Right.
Right. It's fiction, but it's an inspirational story designed to give an allegory of why everybody has a purpose. Everybody, exactly. Angels have no free will. That was the whole. That's the whole story. That's the whole story of the rebellion of the angels, right? It's because they have to do.
I start thinking about. I'm sorry, you know how I feel. Like,
it's
unless you're Tom Ellis,
but here's the thing:
Lucifer,
if you
have lots of free will.
Here's the thing.
I'm just joking.
Here's the thing. If someone is sitting there and telling you how great they are, and that, oh, I see Jesus and he's telling me how proud he is of me. It sounds crazy, but it happens. And there's an archangel, and they
But I can't make him out. I can't make him out.
I can't make out who it is. And
yeah.
Look, if an archangel ever appears to somebody, what is the first thing that they say? All recorded, it doesn't matter if it's the Quran or the Bible, any religious text. Whenever there's an encounter with an angel, the first words the angel says every time is, "Do not be afraid. I am a messenger of God," or something along those lines. But it's always, "Do not be afraid."
And that is because they are
massive.
huge.
They're
huge.
Massive, and the raw,
big enough to not fit into a twin-size bed.
The power of raw holy energy that they emit will make you tremble in fear because it's nothing you've ever felt before. Mm-hmm. Whenever someone is in that proximity of pure holy energy, you feel every sin that you've ever committed, right? And so they say, "Be not afraid." So look, if someone's like, "Oh, it's so beautiful," blah blah blah. Here's another clue. If an angel does come to you, they're not going to waste any time. They're going to tell you exactly what they need you to know, and then be done with it, and off they're popping. You think an archangel is going to hang around for an hour waiting for you to finish doing what you're doing? You think the voice of God, no, the Archangel Gabriel, you think the Archangel Gabriel's going to hang around for an hour? Let you finish talking before giving you the message, and the message is that human beings need to love each other more?
True story. True story.
Really?
True story.
Dude, first off, the voice of God waits for no one.
No. Spirits wait for no one. We've seen it ourselves when spirits come through for
look
people.
At that one Monday. I had that what's her name?
Yeah, Carla May's mother. Yeah.
Came through.
Look at Denise, her father. Denise's
Wait
father
for
passed away.
no one.
They don't wait for anybody. Like Denise, I don't want to
It's
do
so
a reading
silly.
until I have free time.
And you
no,
think-
no.
listen,
They don't wait for anybody. They come
think-
through when they want.
But here's the thing: do you think an archangel is going to come through with a message as simple as, "You need to love each other more"? Well, duh. Really? That's a mind blower. That's it. Scrap the Bible, scrap the Quran, scrap everything. You know, it's all out the window. That's what we need to focus. Duh.
I know.
Duh.
I know.
Effing duh. Anyway, I digress.
Hello, Coco. Hello.
So,
Yeah, so in essence, we do. I just skip around those questions because it just seems like it's been a topic, a hot topic lately. And like it's like one night I said something about earth angels on I hopped on our Facebook and I did that. And it's like
listen,
because
anyone
there was
that's gonna
somebody
get
like,
hurt by that,
oh well,
it
you
is,
know, they're earth angels. Get the hell out of here! You're not an earth angel. It's a freaking gimmick.
marketing.
No, you haven't missed you haven't missed a message. Not being on a lot. No, because Susan, listen. I mean, like, there are messages that, you know, like, when we talk about things, like, we're talking about this angel thing. It's been a topic amongst our students, per se.
Leave it. I'll speak on it.
Oh, you're going to speak on it. You're going to deliver us.
Not right now.
Not now. I know, not now. But you're going to talk about it. I know.
When is Christmas Eve? What day? And they don't fly UFOs.
Oh my God, Aaron.
Well, you know where that comes from. That comes from the Book of Enoch, which is
Enoch. Okay, yeah.
It's a banned book from the Bible.
See,
he
biblical
talks
guy
about
over here.
Well, it's a banned book from the Bible, but the Book of Enoch is Noah's great
Tuesday, that's right.
grandfather.
Thank you. I was looking. It is Tuesday.
So a week. Okay, I got a week to put this thing together.
Mm-hmm.
So listen, folks. Listen, I need ideas. You don't want to just sit here and listen to me.
Well, can
jabber
you
on.
take the ideas by pee? I need a pee break real quick.
You don't get no pee break. I don't get no damn pee break when I'm working.
You don't drink water like I do, fool.
Who told you to do that?
I
You
drink
fucking
water all
lie.
day long.
You know what I told you to do that?
Oh, don't. Justin, go. Just
I'm gonna just sit in your chair. Right here.
Just scoot over. And get the ideas from the people. Because everybody was on board with
Well, hurry up. Go. Alright. Alright, it's Tuesday. Yeah. Christmas ghost stories. Yeah, right? Like, so I read A Christmas Carol. Disney, you know. What's up, Marlena? I read, what are you standing there dancing for? Read a small part of my book. Oh, well, thank you. Read a small part of my book. You know what, Sammy? That actually, that came to me. The chapter that I called Santa is Real. Could do that one, I guess. Yeah. All right, that's possible. That's a good idea.
There's just a lot of lonely people out there on Christmas Eve.
I know. That's why I was told. This isn't my idea. I was told. When does you're asking the wrong guy? Do you see this?
What?
No clue. No clue about OU versus LSU. Zero idea. You know. So, yeah, I was told that to do that thing.
Christmas Eve.
I guess I'll take over the helm here. Get out of here. Alright.
Say hello to your folks.
Having my hair all messed up. Like, big old gray streak coming in the front. Thanks,
Somebody
Shay.
said New York.
Huh?
Rob said New York.
Yeah, New York Yankees, baby.
So
Oh,
as we
that's
do
it.
not bring
That's it.
politics into the group,
Just
you
as I
know,
don't speak politics, I don't speak sports. Red Sox and Pats. Oh, God, no. That's it. That's it. I'm out. No, I'm just kidding. It's all in good fun. Cowboys and Rangers. Interesting. That's an Okay. No, it's not. I was thinking the hockey team Rangers. Instead of baseball. Right? Oh, my God. Yeah. So.
but no, that's respectable.
Okay.
To me, like, you never...
What doesn't
always-
make sense is I break people's balls all the time when they're like, oh, I'm an OU fan and a Dallas fan. How? How can you be both? What do you mean? That's like me saying that I'm a Giants fan and a Red Sox fan. The two don't mix. It's stupid. It doesn't make sense. Shay. Oh man, so read it. Read what? What are you guys talking about? Read what? I was talking about on I'm lost now.
They're talking about your book.
Yeah, I know, but I'm not doing that tonight. Am I? I don't know. Yeah, well, maybe I was looking for ideas for during the Christmas thing. That I'll do. Yes. That I will do. Absolutely. We'll tack that on there. I'm thinking of a couple of different things to kick around for it. I just thought it would be. I need to make my position known regarding that. And what better time than Christmas? Last Christmas I was MIA. I have to make up for that. Hey Susan, for real? There's no doubt about that. I had an ex, and I don't know if I wrote this specific, because I can't remember if I wrote this specifically in the book, but I had an ex-girlfriend, and I remember before really going out with her, I remember I prayed and I said, God, should I go out with this girl, right? And man, you have to understand, I wasn't fully enveloped in knowing what I could do at the time, and I just heard such a strong no. But I talked myself out of it. It's like what I see people do all the time. And I ended up going out with her, and it was...
Hell.
It was hell, yes. But it was a necessary hell to get me to Oklahoma so that I could meet Roseanne. And so so God's going to tell you and point you in the right direction. He's going to get you where you need to know regardless. And all things work out for the ultimate good. It's just like, hey, you know what? Look, you guys know my book better than I do. It's humbling. It's incredibly, incredibly humbling. Gee whiz, man. Yeah. It doesn't matter. I know. I see that. It's incredibly humbling when I see something like that. And they're like, yeah, you did write about it. I'm like, okay.
No, I meant what Susan said. I know for me, when I'm about to make a wrong choice, the voice in my head says, you really don't want to do this. It's okay. I choose anyway, bad things happen, like car wrecks where I should have died and didn't know I was 2 weeks pregnant. That is...
Yeah. God's going to use everything for the ultimate good, and that is what Tuesday is all about. That's the beauty of Tuesday. The beauty of Tuesday is that a miracle birth saved us all. But knowing the whole story from start to end is overwhelming if you think about it, right? Because this miracle baby is here to save and redeem the entire planet. Good night, Barbara. Whether they realize it or not. And the way that this little miracle baby saves the entire planet is by going through the most brutal death possible. Only to be resurrected 2 days later. It's quite a story. It's quite a legend. But ultimately, it's quite true. So that's what I am going to... I need to make my stance known perfectly well. That, no, I'm not New Age, dude. I'm not. I am 100% a Christian. I always have been. I thoroughly... No, listen to me. Don't interrupt me. But I respect all people, and everyone is entitled to their beliefs, because you know what? I believe that Jesus died for everybody's sins, regardless. And I know that this happens, that people are forgiven from what I do. No matter what you're told. So, for example, I have only encountered one person that I could say on the other side that was not where I could reach him. He was behind glass separated from God's love, and I was told in no uncertain terms to stop attempting to contact that person. One out of... How many readings have I done? Thousands. Yeah? 1 out of thousands. And when I asked, what did he do? Even my spirit guide said, I don't know. It's above my pay grade. Sammy, there's no doubt about that, but to say something like that, we have to be careful saying something like that, right? So Jesus was not like us. Jesus was the Holy Spirit incarnate. So when you hear people talk about Christ consciousness, a lot of New Age people talk about, I think it's been twisted. When I meditated on that, what I got is that there's only one Christ consciousness, and that one Christ consciousness has taken form many times across many cultures. It's that one consciousness in and of the same. So that when I say I celebrate Christmas, that's what I celebrate. Because that Christ consciousness, I know for a fact, took place in ancient Egypt. It took place in the one that I know, that we all know and celebrate. In Native American lore, all over the world, this consciousness has come and spoken, and the message is always the same. And miracles were always done by him. So, no, he is not like us. It is the Holy Spirit incarnate. It is the angel of love. It is so much more than anything we can ever hope to attain. We strive to attain it, yet we fall short. It is an example to attempt to live up to. But we have to be very careful with our words with that. All right. So that is why people venerate Jesus Christ as, as God. But this is where God the triune comes from. God the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, right? Because the Holy Spirit is what flows through us and gives us our gifts, whether it be the gift of discernment, the gift of prophecy, the gift of teaching, the gift of speaking other languages, the gift of communication, all of these things, the gift of intercessory, the gift, right. And so what we have, Sammy, are abilities that any human being can develop, but because it is just an inherent trait in the human thing. Yes, unconditional love. It is a combination of using your abilities along with your Holy Spirit gifts that enables people like us to do the ultimate good. You see, because when somebody develops their abilities but they do not accept or recognize the Holy Spirit, that is where deception comes in. And so people with abilities like ours can be twisted and to be made to think that it's all about them and that they're special in some sort of way. Trust me, I'm not special at all. There's nothing special about me. I'm just like any of you. I'm the first to say that. There's nothing special about my spirit guide. He's the first to say that. We are all slaves of Jesus Christ, and we are here to continue his work in the best way that we can. And I don't care if my numbers drop. That is the point. Because I don't do this for numbers, otherwise I'd be talking about Jeffrey Epstein and what he's saying from the other side. But again, I work from the light. I don't work from the dark, so how in the hell would I know? No, Sammy, I'm not chastising you. I'm just making it... Please don't take that as a chastising.
Feeling so cold in here right now.
Stop it. You stop that. No, I wasn't chastising you. I was just kind of like letting it be known.
Because of that Rachel chick?
Well, I have a way of chasing things off, And like, look, that's why, I am stating for the record, like, hey, everyone is welcome Christmas Eve.
Well, see, I thought she was a little, see you next Tuesday to me the last time we were on. Like, every time I hop on here, you're always bitching. And you were like, no, she don't. And, I picked up on that right away. And you're like, no. But then, and then a minister, you know what? Go F off. You don't even know what we're talking about. Scram. Because what I said earlier is that we all need to stick together. We need to fight light.
Did you notice I started pouring it on thick? Of course I did. Come on. But here's the thing. Because anybody who's seen me work knows that I don't shove this stuff down anyone's throat. Right?
No, I keep getting a feeling that the world is polarizing quickly and the final battle between good
But that's... Noro, it's not. It's not, man. That's the thing.
It feels like it,
it feels it's by design.
It is by design, just to
divide and conquer.
Right.
Okay? Left versus right, black versus white, straight versus gay.
I mean, come on.
Dude, it's so ridiculous,
humans.
man. But here's the reason why. Because the corrupt few at the top know that if black people and white people realize, hey, we're both getting screwed over equally. Wait a minute, who's doing this? They are. What? gay people and straight people being turned against each other over stupid stuff that doesn't matter. Like, what do you care what someone does in the bedroom, man? You know what I mean? It's none of your business.
But the common theme is love. Love is the one that the thing that people.
Here's the thing, man.
They don't want people to
people
live in love
and Neuro. That battle of good versus evil. You know, Revelations. Dogmatic churches have been using the book of Revelations for centuries to scare people into religion. I'm not here to preach religion, man. I'm here to preach what we're supposed to do as human beings, which is love each other. Mm-hmm. Period. I have my set of philosophies and the way that I achieve that.
And I have mine.
She's got hers, and it may not be the same as someone else's, but the ultimate philosophy would be the same, but they may do it a different way, and that's okay. But check it out. I want you to think about something. In the Middle Ages, after the collapse of Rome, and there was chaos everywhere in Europe. It's what think about it. Wouldn't you feel like it was the end of the world? But yet here we are 500 years later, flying around in silver tubes in the sky. Right? It's not the end of the world, man. It never is. It's just that humankind doesn't change. That conflict never changes. And so all we could do is affect our little circle and try to be a positive light to maybe affect one other person. If we can affect one other person and they could affect one other person, that's how it's supposed to work. We're supposed to daisy chain out, man. It's not about any one person, you know? And so what Roseanne was saying earlier about darkness working in as a team, dude, they have teamwork down pat.
They do.
And the light doesn't.
Nope.
But you know what, though? The light is so much more powerful. That's why there's still a balance. Got to get it together.
You got to get it together. And come on, people, now. Smile on your brother.
Oh, Jolisha, no, that's a great question. So what dogma is basically man-made rules regarding religion. So things that... So let's use the Catholic Church, for example, right? It's the perfect thing. I'm not dogging anybody who's Catholic. A lot of
I just don't like the priests.
Well, a lot of the priests have been corrupted, right? Like,
yeah,
think about it.
Very
If you're darkness, what do you go after? You go after the biggest institution, right?
Yep.
And if you could corrupt that, you got a leg up. But we're not going to talk on that. I'm just using this as an example. So, like, way back in the day, during Lent, there was a rule where you can't eat meat. Why? I don't remember seeing that anywhere in the Bible. You know what I mean? But it became tradition. So there's a difference between...
I hated Fridays.
Yeah, only eat fish on a Friday.
Wow.
Which reminds me of a joke, you know, is
we always got pizza.
well, yeah.
You know.
So anyway,
Except for those
there's a Texan,
Fridays when my
and he's a Protestant, and he moves into this nice neighborhood, but they're all Catholic. So every Friday he's out there grilling up steaks, right? And all the Catholics are getting mad because they got to eat fish. And they come over and they say, "Hey, you know, hey, you can't be doing that, you know." And he's like, "What? Why?" And it's Lent. He's like, "Here, boom." And they're like, "You're born a Catholic. You're gonna die a Catholic. You're gonna stay a Catholic." And he's like, oh, okay, now you can't eat fish. So the next Friday goes out there, he's grilling up a steak. And they're like, what are you doing? They come over and he's over there sprinkling holy water on his steak, saying, you were born a fish, you're going to die a fish, you're going to stay a fish. It's the same thing, man. You can't change what people are. You know, so. But it's silly. That's basically what dogma is, man. It's just silly rules that people follow blindly. I'm a big believer in, just like with politics and religion, it's all the same thing. Like, you should never take anyone's word for anything. Do your own research. I said this during the last presidential campaign. I said, listen, in today's day and age, there is no reason for you to base your vote for president on what you see on the news. When we have YouTube and you can take a half hour out of your day or an hour and go and listen to what each candidate has to say. Like, literally, just listen to their entire speech and make up your mind for yourself. I'm not saying, like, go and research whether they're, you know, no, but just listen to what they have to say, not sound bites. Make up your mind for yourself. There's no excuse not to. Same thing with religion, right? So, like, everything is at our fingertips. We have these smartphones, and people are posting memes with them, or looking at dirt, or, you know what I mean? Like, you have the vast expanse of human knowledge at your fingertips, and we're busy posting memes and shit posting on Facebook. I don't know, man. You know, I'm not knocking people who do it, because trust me, I love memes. I love it. Send them to me. But, you know, like, we gotta think, man. We gotta get smart. Gotta smarten up. That's all. You know, I don't even know where the hell I'm going with this, but, you know.
I would like to interject myself here.
Good. Do it. What?
Okay. I don't feel like we have to use Facebook for smart purposes. When I use Facebook, I want to use it to tap out and just chill. So if it means posting memes, I think we should be all using it for that purpose, because it will lighten people's day and be more positive when we post memes. Okay, Facebook right now is a bunch of droll and bad news articles.
Yeah, well, that's the people that are on your Facebook. See, me, I have a philosophy on my Facebook feed. If someone posts something that's too serious, I hit the button, say, show me less of this. If you looked at my Facebook feed, it is nothing but bullshit. It is straight up 100% shit posts, because it makes me laugh.
Yep.
It makes me laugh.
Oh my God, did you see what Trump did? Oh my God, the Clintons. Oh my God.
Now, the only political thing that I have on my timeline is Epstein didn't kill himself, and various memes of that, of such a nature. Mm-hmm. Oh, and Sammy and her many dog videos. Mm-hmm. Her TikToks are fantastic.
Only TikToks I've ever watched. 10 out of 10.
Yeah, so.
With you, it's the constant wow memes.
I love wow memes. I love all memes. I love memes. I have memes that I could never, ever share. Oh my. Just horrible, dank memes. I love it. They make me laugh. But that's just me. You know? And Sam's like, I'll be tagging you in memes now. Good. Hell yeah, man. Share them. Send them over. I told you. Roseanne hates my timeline feed. She's like, what is this?
I don't like memes. I think they're stupid.
Okay,
love them.
that is the wrong attitude.
That's because you get the memes from like that shitty character. What's his name? Wayne Shitty?
I don't.
Or
no,
like
no, those
you
are,
get
those are
wine
basic
mom
bitches
memes.
who's-
Yeah,
I don't
basic
like that
bitch
shit.
memes.
Dude,
No.
I don't like that shit.
Love, laugh, live.
No. I like condescending Wonka shit. I like
Baby Yodas. Love Baby
No,
Yoda.
no, I
Love
like
Baby Yoda.
Hey, Baby Yoda. Hey, Baby Yoda. Sorry.
It's got,
All
but
right,
it's getting to
I
the
don't like it when
point.
people use Wilf from Doctor Who.
That isn't.
I don't
meme,
get
that's a
those.
Yes,
gif.
they always do that.
That's a gif,
yeah,
not
but
a meme.
it doesn't matter.
I don't-
They
I
make
don't
it
get
a
that.
meme-ish gif.
Those are wine
All
mom
right.
memes. Okay,
All
that's
right,
why
and
I
they
don't
don't
use
even know the
those.
context of that episode
That's
when
why
the
I don't
10th
like
Doctor
those.
is leaving. Okay, that is a profound moment.
Alright.
It
Now,
gets
you
me
know what?
upset.
You know what gets me mad are those cat memes. Okay, that is so.
What cat memes?
You
know
mean
the-
with the housewives? It upsets me because it's like you're using the housewives in a way that it
It
isn't.
was funny.
It's
for 1 month.
It's yeah. Memes usually have a lifespan of about a month, but the cat meme is run its course. I think we need Shaggy to come in and destroy the cat meme, which you wouldn't understand. Shaggy was a whole meme too. It's that he has godlike powers. For what reason? I don't know, but it's funny.
You mean like Shaggy, like it wasn't me?
No,
or
Shaggy from
Scooby-Doo?
Scooby-Doo.
Okay.
That's what makes it funny. Like zoinks!
Uh.
You thought my memes were dead, Scoob.
You know what?
But
And
I use
also don't like it when
0.25%
people
my
use
power.
Michael Scott memes, and they don't know
In
the
the wrong
office.
wrong
Yeah.
context.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, your
No, they
television
get
shows.
automatically banned from my timeline if they use.
I'm not stitious. I'm just a little stitious and it's shared from some random page, and you know they've never
No,
watched
they're
The
like,
Office.
I'm
It's like,
not suspicious. I'm not superstitious. I'm just a little
Little
suspicious.
stitious.
Don't use that meme if you don't know the show.
Yeah.
All right.
you can only use Office memes if you've watched The
The
Office.
Office.
You can
I
only-
like the tangy zip
A
of Miracle Whip.
All right. No. It's same thing with Doctor Who. I don't want to see no people who don't know Doctor Who.
Doctor Who memes suck, by the way. I
No,
never
they,
Yeah,
but they
there's
always
no
use
good.
the Wilf.
There's
All
no
right.
good Doctor Who memes.
Well, especially now you get the woman.
Ugh.
All the memes are the same. They keep repeating the same ones. From
Infinite.
like 10 years ago with Matt Smith. It's
Alicia.
like,
I don't know.
What?
How many lives are we able to live? Are you talking about the show? Because then it would only be one.
Ooh.
OLTL, baby.
Here, can I say I miss that?
What? Yeah, I miss the stories. I miss the stories.
I miss my stores. My afternoon stores.
So
Now,
yeah.
there's people who live many, many lives, and yes, you've done.
I've got
classic
one.
movies.
We got one on here that predates Atlantis, dude. Atlantis.
She was
Atlantis.
a.
I was like, I can't
but-
even make this out.
No, but the best past life she had was.
Are you talking about the one where she was trying to save the prostitutes from Jack the Ripper? That's pretty impressive. That's pretty
Dominic's
impressive.
past life is damn impressive.
Yeah, we know.
I can. I have a whole subject on that. I thought about talking about that tonight, but I felt everybody's like really anxiety, like just feeding through. So it was like a
You
ping
can
pong.
tell the difference between a wise person and an old soul. Well, look, you don't
new
need.
soul, old soul.
Well, you can be an old soul and be incredibly foolish. So don't mistake the two. The two are not one and the same. I tell you what, I'm gonna begin a whole thing on wisdom because true wisdom begins with the fear of God, right? And by fear of God, I mean just reverence. It means the reverence of God. You know a fool when they reject wisdom. When somebody rejects correction, right?
You can
So-
take him to church.
No, dude, this is. I'm telling you, this is how you spot somebody who's wise, right?
Yeah.
You know, somebody who runs their mouth a lot.
Oh, hey.
What?
Yeah. Go on.
Somebody who runs their mouth a lot, not wise.
Hey.
I can accuse both of you of that.
No, he don't run his
I don't.
mouth.
Neither does she. Talking about. Listen, everything that I tell you is fucking wisdom. Now, whether you want to accept it or not decides whether you're going to be wise.
Okay, well, I do accept
Yeah,
everything you say.
well,
I was just merely...
I know, you're making a joke. You're
He's
making
being
a
a
fun.
condescending Wonka.
I know he is.
Don't call me out on the lies.
I know.
Don't call me out on lies.
I know, he told me to shut up before.
What?
No, I don't know. He's like, nah. But then I felt cold.
So check it out. Here's what I mean. Let me clarify, right? I'm going to use me as an example, right? So here's my thing. I am. So if I'm teaching somebody something that I know incredibly well, and they're like, oh yeah, oh yeah. I know you're not effing listening to me.
Oh my
And
god.
then when you allow,
So
then when
creepy.
they,
Oh my god. That's amazing.
That's... Oh, wow.
and then if you don't follow the instruction that I've given, that tells me you're a damn fool. Because here's the thing. When
Like Tom.
when I give instructions, I don't make things difficult, do I?
I don't know.
I make them as simple
I
as
mean,
possible.
I beat a dead
yeah?
horse, but you get right to the point and make it extremely simple. You do.
Right.
Except for the Christmas tree stand.
Sure.
Right.
So
Shit,
I'm just
oh my
gonna.
gosh.
I'm
Okay,
not
man,
asking for
something like
input,
that.
guys. I'm not asking for input. I'm mainly talking about, like, for example,
Generalities.
in generalities. But like, if I'm teaching somebody how to check for voltage on a heating and air conditioner, yeah. No, I'm gonna use that one. And I say, hey, before you touch these leads, say a prayer of protection before you touch these, so you don't zap yourself. And and they don't do it. Well, that's how it goes.
You say...
And it hurts my heart. Oh, God, yeah. Anytime I deal with electricity, I say a prayer of protection. What are you kidding? Hey, how do you think I've gotten hit by 475 and lived through it? 575 volts hurts, yo. And it knocks you back. It hurts. I'm just saying.
Okay, so let's sum this up. We think those who have bought the tonight's psychic medium package, the holiday special,
Yeah, because
which
now I've got
people
to...
obviously did not realize that you could redeem at any time, but you would want to lock in that before the 19th.
Mhm.
And also too, we will be on Saturday, but we'll send out an invite. And we'll have more of a clear. And in the meantime, we want people to tell everybody about the Saturday special Christmas Eve. It'll be a really special thing. We'll have new effects, everything. We'll have.
Yuppers.
We're gonna make it a really, really nice night. There's not gonna be any. If messages come through. There won't be anything. That it's gonna be just a lovely night of comfort and peace and joy.
Yes.
No pressure. Just a place for everybody to come and feel loved. And
Yeah.
no pressure of any kind of dogma or anything like that.
Well, here's the thing. I am going to speak to the fact that it is Christmas and that's what we're doing. So if anyone is offended by Christianity,
you can talk about that on Saturday night when you do your reading.
I'm going to, but I'm just saying it right now that if anybody is offended by Christianity, then
it'll be Eve.
Christmas Eve. So what is that, Tuesday?
Yeah.
So
24th.
here's what I'm thinking is we'll probably do it like 11 p.m. Central, because this way it'll be midnight on the East Coast. Because I think Neuro is in New York, if I'm not mistaken.
So 11 p.m.
11 p.m.
23rd.
our time on the 24th.
Oh, okay. So that
11
way.
p.m. the 24th going into the 25th, because when it strikes midnight, that's Christ's birthday. Bang. Who would get offended by Christmas or Christianity?
No.
Lots of people. But
Rob says, how close should you get a card reading? Whenever you need guidance and you're starting to feel like you're turning a corner.
Yeah, Jaleisha, because you're mountain time.
So it'd be an hour behind.
Hour behind us, so that'd be 10 p.m. Your time. Make sure you guys have the bell thing, and if you have an iPhone or an Android, go into your settings and make sure that you allow notifications from YouTube. That's the thing that'll stop it too. So even if you click the bell, if you don't allow notifications from YouTube, you won't get the notification.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, so Rob, it's you know, I mean, you can always hit up Justin, you know, for a more in-depth private reading, you know, like, I mean, on cards, like for a card reading, if you're wanting that for guidance, because it's a little, you know, like you go a long time even on cards online.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But, you know, if he's wanting guidance and stuff like that, every day, LOL.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, look, he has one woman who.
Hey man, Rob. I know where you're at, bro. You don't need another card reading just yet. You just need to be reminded that you've got all the strength that you need, and that you'll know when.
Yeah.
You'll know when.
But
you know what I'm saying?
Feeling,
and don't let anybody, you know, nobody can tell you anything, man. Nobody can tell you when. Only you know when.
Right,
so, you know, when you pray, man, just pray your prayers of thanksgiving for the things that are going right. But pray for wisdom and stay with people that are gonna
lift you up.
It's hard for them to do though, man, because when you've got such a drain that's so close to you, dude, it's incredibly difficult, because you don't want that. What happens is you don't want that drain, that energy drain, to go around other people that you love. And so you isolate yourself to protect them.
Yes,
and then they think, the problem is, like, you know, that they think that you're pulling away from them. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, Jaleisha. Appreciate that.
Thank you, Jaleisha.
Rob, you know what I'm saying.
Aw,
look, we've been
Jaleisha.
there, dude. I've been there, man.
In fact,
you do that and you do that. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And you do that to protect the people that you love, because you don't want that negative energy to hurt them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, many have asked about the prayer predictions. I talked about it.
Well, you know what? Here's what we're going to do. We're going to do a prayer. I normally don't... You're Suffolk County, right? I think you may have mentioned it like the very first time you were on, bro. So, being from Uniondale, I remember that stuff. I remember my peeps, man. You know what I mean? And it's just a vibe, you know. We got a vibe. It's cool.
You have the Jeeps.
To the Jeeps. The Lex Coupes, the Beamers, and the Benz. Oh, God, man. That's old school, man. That's 94, baby.
Yeah.
That's when hip-hop was hip-hop.
New York hip-hop.
Yup. Not like not
like,
orange,
"Ah."
not orange juice.
Orange
It's Orange Juice World or what?
Juice World, but without the U, I think. Yeah, there's
Takes
no-
3 fucking people to write a stanza.
Yeah, yeah. Takes 3 people to write a verse where it's just rhyming the same word over and over again.
What should
Yo,
come
what
out
is wrong with you? It takes 3
Ima
people
says,
to.
I always wanted to go to a soup kitchen and serve the people. Ima, that's a wonderful, wonderful that's
That's
beautiful.
That is, man. That is, man. That is.
That's
So here's what we're gonna do. Maybe on Tuesday we'll open with a prayer of protection before.
dude, it's the most powerful thing people will ever feel. I'm telling you, not everybody gets to see that, and when you
I've
did
never
it for
done it. I've never done it online before.
not
Not
here.
in the public.
You did it
Not for the public.
our light worker group, and
Yeah.
I told people, I said, hey, why don't Justin, why don't you do that for them? Because when I'm like in the room with you and you do it, it's something else.
I'll do that. So yeah, man. You know.
I know. I think that'd be beautiful. You should do that, love.
You know. So we gonna see how this is gonna play out.
He's gonna have to do. You're gonna do a lot of work and lineup, and then we'll have more of an idea. We'll give people heads up on Saturday, but we'll definitely put out the invite. Definitely go to our Facebook page, our Instagram page. You know, Neuro's the one that's got the big giganto like following on Twitter.
Our
Yeah,
thing's, like, called Predator.
He dropped a hint last time, and I meant to. I can't remember what the hint was. He dropped a hint. That was like, what was it, Sports Fan or something like that, or WFAN? Was it WFAN?
I don't know. He was decent following a
5K. Yeah.
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 It's
Basketball. WFAN, right? Is that what it was? It's a sports channel, sports talk in New York.
Oh yeah.
I was like, oh, damn. So what are you, a jock? DJ? Is that what they would call the talk radio folks?
Yeah.
I'm not
jock.
asking you to dox yourself, bro. I'm just
all good. It's all
speculating,
good.
man. It's all good. Never mind. Don't answer. It's fine. So yeah, that's cool. But yeah, man. So yeah.
Okay, when you told me about that for Saturday, it got me. I was like, wow, really? Okay, yeah.
It's yeah, because it's the transition. It's
I
the
know,
transition
yeah,
into
yeah.
what how this is gonna start working out, and
That's your private stash.
yeah.
But we'll have something and we'll know.
So we'll see how it goes, man. Yeah, Jaleisha, transition.
Every time I hear Jolene, I'm thinking, Jolene.
Is that Fifth City? No, that's
No, that's
the other.
Jolene, Jackwagon.
Oh yeah.
Wait, what?
Doll. Yeah, no, doll. That's Loretti. That you're being twisted.
So. Oh, not important. It's not like I'm transitioning into a woman or anything, if that's what you're asking. Yeah, she's like, what type of transition?
Not that there's anything wrong with
No,
that.
not that there's anything wrong with that. It's just that's not for me.
No, it's just another step in your
Yeah, in my development.
Your development.
Yeah. Yeah, no, there's nothing wrong with that at all. Trust me.
Why
I
do you
love
let me-
women. No, because
because I'm looking at the one woman that I love more than anything. I love you so much, but I would not want to be that. You know what I mean? Because I love being me, being in love with you.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So.
But
yeah.
we support those.
Going fluid? No. Not me. That's fine for others, man. Have you seen my wife? I'm cool, man. I'm cool. Yo, my wife is hot, dog.
Well, I don't know if those people would think that.
I don't give a damn what people think. You're hot, baby. Come here. I ain't gotta. Yeah, shoot. Look at that. Way out of my league. I know what's up. So, hey, Rocio.
Hey, Rocio.
Not with that air. I know, right?
Oh, well, thank you. He's too sweet.
So it's all good, man. You know, that's people's thing, man. But no. But transition, I mean, it's
his psychic development. We are always growing,
yeah. You're
right?
always exactly.
Rocio,
exactly.
we know that.
Yeah, so you know,
thank you.
it's I wasn't even supposed to be on here tonight.
I know.
That's fine though. So anyway, you know what? I'm gonna get rolling here. I'm sorry, Rocio, but hey, listen, Rocio, we're doing a Christmas Eve midnight
Service celebration.
Celebration service celebration. We'll figure out what we're gonna call it.
We'll figure it out.
But you are on the West Coast, yes? Cali? Hey, Rob, man, don't worry about it, bro. Hey, right. I know where my people are at, man. I know where my people are at. I got the vicinities. And so I want you guys to know that, because I do know where you're at. And notice I never allow that to affect where I'm saying. Oh no, I forget everything. Like Neuro, trust me. I'm the exact opposite of Neuro, because I could go into the store for 5 things and I'll forget what the third and fourth thing is and come out missing stuff. But when it comes to my work, my spiritual work, sharp as a tack, baby. But I want you guys to notice that even though I don't know, it's because they've told me at one point. But and I'm letting you in on that I know roughly where people are at, right? Susan Beltran. Oh, Arkansas, I believe.
Illinois.
I knew I was around here. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. My point is this: that I never let it affect the reading.
Dana is Arkansas.
I never let it affect the reading. So if they show me something, right? If they show me something where they're coming from, I just go with that. You know how many frauds out there would be like, oh, well, I know so-and-so is over here, so I'm going to throw a little something there. Nah, man. Anyway, letting you in on behind the ways that the fraudsters work. So anyway.
It doesn't matter where you live.
Anyway, I don't know.
It matters what's in your heart.
I'm getting tired, and I know I got to go figure out what we're going to be doing for this.
Now there's a lot writing on the line.
Well, yeah, that's why I'm putting it out there. So, Rocio, it'll be 11 our time. They're 2 hours back. That'll be 9. So, like 9 p.m.
But if she's still getting the kiddos to bed and stuff like that, don't worry about it, because we'll be on. We're gonna go, and it's here to keep people. It's just meant to be a gathering of.
Yeah.
Just
doing a midnight thing.
We got to come up with something. Anybody have ideas? Shoot us ideas over on Facebook. Look at what Ima said. Justin will talk to you when he gets offline.
Yeah, I'll talk to you when we get offline. Yeah. Ima, stop. Shh. I will talk to you offline. We'll talk offline. We'll talk offline. We'll talk offline. We'll talk offline. Jeez.
Take a hint, Ima. Gee whiz, man. Alright, so we'll talk offline. Alright, so yo. We you can't teach anyone to be something that they're not, right? No, it's okay. I'm joking, right? Like, please interpret my tone. I'm joking with you, but we'll talk offline. That part is serious, but yeah, I'm not mad or anything. I'm just saying I'll chat with you offline. So Jaleisha, can you teach? I can't teach somebody to be a psychic medium. What I can do is if somebody is sensitive or an empath, I can help them develop that skill by teaching them the fundamental rules of how to proceed. And I could show them the path on how to proceed. Because here's the thing. Lightworkereducation.org that I created, I tell my students, look, I could give you the technical aspects and have you up and running in a week, but then you would be but you have to be approved. Like, I have to know that you've got a touch of ability there. I could help you improve your abilities because that's all technical. Technical work is easy, quick, done. It's the spiritual work that goes into it that's going to keep you safe. Because make no mistake, it isn't just about using your abilities. You have to keep yourself and the people that you read for safe. Technically anyone can, but the problem becomes deception. Because look, the first rule is that, number one, it's not about you. It's not about me. It's not as a reader, but there's so many people out there. If you listen to the words they use, it's me, I'm a prophet. I'm this, I'm that. Oh, it ain't about that. It ain't about you. You know what I mean? That's the key. The second thing is that even if you develop your abilities without any kind of discernment, you open yourself up to the good and the bad. But guess what happens? Bad is clever, man. Evil is clever. And evil will twist your thoughts. So we learn about the different types of deception. We learn how to protect ourselves, how to respond to things. It's very in-depth, and it's really not for everybody, because it's not everybody could learn how to be a psychic medium. Some people aren't psychic mediums. That, Susan, I know. I can only imagine, dude. I can only imagine. So, like, that's a key point, right? Is like how to defend yourself, how to. So that's like a perfect point of where, like, as an empath, being an empath is like, that is not the place you want to end up. It's cool. Being an empath is cool at first because it lets you know that there's something up, like something's different. Different doesn't mean special, understand, right? Different just means different. Being an empath will let you know that something's different with you. But if you don't develop past the empath stage, you become a victim of your own ability. So what does that mean? Imagine, if you will, being able to walk into a room, and I've said this on lives before, and knowing that someone is incredibly depressed. You don't know why. You don't know how or why they're depressed. You just know that they're depressed because you feel it yourself. Oh, if you don't develop past that point, imagine just going everywhere and absorbing everyone's energy. You would feel absolutely manic because you would feel excitement when you pass somebody at the apples in the grocery store. You'd feel incredible sorrow and a pain of loss when you pass somebody at the meat stand because they just lost someone. But you don't know they lost someone. You go from happy to sad to angry to hurt because you're absorbing all of these things and you don't know how to stop it. That's what an empath is, man. Now imagine that happening every day for years on end. No end in sight. No way to control it. You become a victim of your own abilities. That sucks, right? Right. That sucks. And so here's the thing. One of the things that I teach is to get past that stage of being an empath and into full-blown psychic. Because being a full-blown psychic, you learn how to block that, how to filter it, how to filter the noise. Hell yeah, I think a lot of times it's mistaken for being bipolar. Yeah, absolutely. You know? Now, does that mean that bipolar doesn't exist? No, of course it does. I'm sure it does. That's a chemical imbalance. But dude, what we're talking about is something spiritual. And just being able to connect consciously to another person's consciousness. So imagine if you turned your computer on and you opened up Internet Explorer and all of your neighbors' windows start popping up and you're seeing everything they're doing, except you don't know where it's coming from. It'd be enough to drive you nuts. That's what an empath is. When they're not properly trained on how to do it. And the sad part is, man, you know, when you see, if you go into any of the light worker rooms or anything like that, you'll see tons of memes of people wearing it like a badge of honor. I'm an empath. I'm here to bring the world love and light. How? You can't even control the emotions you feeling. How in the hell you gonna do that? But they get mad at me when I say that. They get mad at me. Come on, man. I know, Susan. You gotta learn how to put up the wall. There's a wall. That's what I'm talking about, man. You know, and damn, in your line of work, that sucks, dude. I know, and you know, here's the thing, man. There's no wall that's gonna ease that. That's just gonna, you know, that's a sense of pain I don't ever want to know. Just being real, you know.
And there's no way that somebody can say, I understand how you feel unless they walk that road.
And even then, they don't know how somebody feels.
Because
Everybody feels different. You know, everybody processes things differently.
So my point is this, man, is that I can't teach anyone to be a psychic medium. What I can do is help enhance your ability, the natural God-given abilities that you have, and help you come to understand what those abilities are, help you come to understand how to process spirit, and how to grow spiritually. The fundamental rules that are in place that you absolutely must follow. Does that mean that I'm any higher than you? You could ask anybody that's a part of my program. I make this known perfectly well, is that I don't hold myself higher than anyone.
Nope.
So when I'm still learning lessons every day.
We're
always learning lessons, but I teach things that I teach what I know to the people that need to learn those things, and I'm always very forthright with them if they teach me something. You understand what I'm saying? Because absolutely, Sammy. I treat everybody as equals, because that hierarchy mentality, that just watch other people work, man. You'll know what I mean. You'll see it. It's that hierarchy mentality, and I don't rock that, man. I don't rock out that way at all. We're all on a spiritual path, man. Some of us have learned lessons that others haven't. And we can't judge each other for that.
No, we all gotta learn from
Judge
each
not,
other.
lest ye be judged.
But the one thing that I truly believe in.
But the thing that I don't like is that if I'm telling you something that I know for a fact, because, dude, I've been doing this 17 years and I've done it the hard way.
Oh, yeah, I know where you're going with this.
Right? And I tell you, hey, man, here's the easy way of doing this, and you choose not to listen to me, yo, that's you. That's on you. You're on your fucking own. You're on your own then. I'm going to sit. I'm going to watch you. I'm never going to turn my back on anyone. Right? Because that is a prime directive of mine. Leave no one behind. So I'm never going to turn my back on somebody. But hey, man, I cannot. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink.
And that's with everything.
And that's with everything in life. So yeah, man, I don't want anybody ever thinking that, like, I see myself better than anybody, because that's not true at all. So, like, Rob, what you're going through right now, man, I've been there, man. I learned that lesson, dude. And I ain't gonna lie, it took me a year or two to pull out of it. It was tough, That ain't an easy one.
And I've actually been through similar situations.
A lot of people have.
Yeah.
So, like, look, that's why I tell you, hey, man, you'll know. You'll know. Because I know for a fact from personal experience that nobody can tell you shit. Because it's not until you realize that you deserve happiness. It's not until you realize that you could do more good for more people that you'll make that change. It's not until you realize that you can have misplaced loyalty. And it's not until you realize that self-survival has to kick in at some point. That's when those changes happen. And ain't nobody judging you until they do. Alright? Makes sense. I know.
that would have been my reaction too. It's all good. So no, because that's not my place. My place isn't to know when somebody's ready for a lesson. Like, that's beyond my pay grade. My job is very simple. It's no. It seems simple on the surface, but it's really not. My job is to reach out to those who have had their faith shattered and oftentimes have their hope broken. Reach out to the faithless and the hopeless and show them there's another way, and kind of re-engage the people that are like on the edge. It's a difficult job, but that's why it's a very select, specific group that I speak to. That when I'm saying things that they resonate with. The things that I say aren't going to resonate with the average housewife that's just looking for her horoscope.
Or reason a girl go wash her face.
Whatever. You know what I mean? Honestly, I even hate using the term psychic medium. Absolutely hate that term. But it's really the only kind of thing that makes sense to people.
Yeah, I mean, people...
You know, so it's, but yeah, as far as being able to spot out who's ready for whatever lessons, like life lessons, if that's what you're talking about, no, that's not my job. I can help point them out when they're happening, only if they're open to it. Sometimes people have their defenses up and their outward appearance is one of a defensive posture, which would turn many people off and many people away. But I can see past that. And so that's why you'll always hear me say in readings, like, if I get something and the person denies that it's for them, I double check. No, it's for them, so I give it. You'll never hear me back off of a statement, ever. Because it's one of two things. Either they legitimately aren't grasping what's being said at the moment, or their defenses are up and they don't want to grasp what I'm saying. Now, if it's the first thing, I say I'm going to leave this with you because it'll probably make sense later on. If it's the second thing, I say I'm going to leave this with you because eventually that's like a time bomb that once the defenses go down, they're going to realize that it's truth. Oh, yeah. Well, that's what light worker education's all about. Lightworkereducation.org is people that that have an innate ability that are looking to develop beyond what it was that they have. So, like, look, we've got people who specialize in protection. We've got people who get names to pray for other people. We've got early onset precogs. We got a lot of different. Everybody's got different role, and it's amazing to watch people grow spiritually, and it's an honor to be able to be a part of that journey. So, but yeah, it's cool, man. I feel like I'm rambling. It's midnight, and I need to go because I need to start figuring out what I'm going to be doing on Tuesday. crap. So Aaron's like, I'm wide awake. Well, good. I'm going to call you up and you're going to help me with this then. When do you know what role everyone takes? Dude, people's roles can change dramatically. People's roles can change dramatically from month to month. You know? When somebody awakens something spiritually in them. Now, I'm going to use Shay because I know she won't mind. Is Shay still here? Or she go to sleep? I guess Shay boned out on me. Yeah. Alright, so Shay stumbled across my live one day. We connected, we became cool. She's a part of light worker education, right? And working with her, and I hope you don't mind me selling this, but come to find out she's got a gift of intercessor, which means that she gets names and just names to pray for people, right? And so that develops and it develops and it develops, right? And I'm just kind of keeping it wrapped up in a nutshell because we're not going to go into like the whole sordid thing. But it gets to a point to where when she's out, she starts having anxiety because now it's just not, it would be like she would get these names just randomly to pray for. She just knew she had to pray for them. Okay. She didn't know who it was. Then all of a sudden one day she's going out and now all of a sudden she's feeling anxiety. And I'm like, oh man, that's because you're starting to absorb energy of people around you. So here's how you fix that. Boom. And I give her some tips on, and we work together. And she's like, oh, yeah, that worked perfectly. Yeah, I don't have that anymore. In fact, she got it so fine-tuned, the tips that I gave her, so where now when she's out, she's like, oh, okay, this is coming from this guy. And we'll leave that there, right? And so it's like, okay. But then it develops further. And as she's watching, as I'm reading someone, she's seeing the same thing I'm seeing. You know what I mean? And confirming with me, and we talk after, yeah, that's exactly, and I tell her that's exactly what I was saying. You're developing along the same path. And it all makes sense given backgrounds, But that's my point, is that it doesn't just, it may start here, but you may end up way over there. So, yeah, I'm just kind of keeping it brief and simple. Thank you, Marlena. Appreciate that. So it's, yeah. Jaleisha, no, it's cool, man. It's cool. Listen, if you got, I told you when I spoke to you, if you got questions, you ask me, right? Did I not? I told you that. So it's cool. Ask away. At least then I won't feel like I'm a rambling idiot. But I'm gonna get rolling because I gotta start figuring out what we doing Tuesday night.
Yeah.
Because we have to make it good.
Like really good.
We gotta make it, yeah.
With a bang. Now,
And
as for 2020, I have some news. I have not created the intro yet, but I want to have the intro by 2020. So I knew you had an idea for one. So I'm not gonna say anything, but we're gonna have to look into it because I really want to have a new one because we've been using this one for about 2 years now. And it's kind of looking a little, it still says Justin Cardoza, Intuitive Consultant.
Yeah, we needed to say the intuitive couple.
Yeah, I don't want to use the same one because it's like
No, I don't either.
exactly.
Okay.
So actually tonight, I don't know if anyone noticed it, but our picture is a lot more clear tonight.
Is it?
Yes, because I used a new encoder.
Hmm.
So now it is crystal clear.
People are like, what?
Yeah, but the computer is using a bit more processing power, so it's probably like
It's
right now. But it's
well, it's
working.
good to see that we're back up to the 3600 kilobits.
Oh yeah,
So
I might be able to go up even higher this time, as long as someone isn't playing
Hold
Fortnite
up.
or something.
hold up. All right. Well, thank you so much, everybody. I don't even know how I ended up taking over this thing, but yeah. So, all right, guys. You guys have a great night. We will see you guys Saturday night. Saturday night. Yeah, Saturday night. There we go.